Hello there and welcome to Liz at Home. I'm so happy that you've joined me today. I'm showing you 4 ATCs, artist trading cards, that I've made recently, Halloween ones, and it's a happy Halloween to everybody today. And I'm going to be making some more Halloween ATCs today using images from Bridget Pam Whitney's book and also some of her backgrounds and some other backgrounds. So I hope that you like these that I've done, and I hope that you'll enjoy joining me for making some more. Thanks so much, and let's get going. And so in the blink of an eye, I'm getting out some pieces of cardstock. Well, it's actually quite thick paper that I'd actually bought for colouring, and I'm using those to make the ATCs. This is a page of background paper that I bought from Collage Soup, and I went onto their website actually, which is awesome because I haven't got any of their books, and you can buy some digital prints from their books, which I really like. So I'm just going to glue this on. I find when I'm making these little ATCs that it's sometimes easier just to glue on the back of the whole ATC rather than on the paper that I'm gluing it to. So I'm using my Pritt stick, which is my favorite glue here. It's a very well-known glue in South Africa. I don't know if you get Pritt stick where you come from, but it's not particularly expensive. It's just, it is what it is, and it does the job, and it's what most of the school kids use actually. So I'm going to glue that on there, and then I just want to cut it around. I don't know where my little tool's gone, so I'm just gluing it down, and I think I've gone a bit skew. Oh dear, I have a way of going skew, but I love these designs. I think they're so pretty. They're very autumnal. There we are, that's done, and I think that looks quite pretty. And now I'm going to use this piece, which is from Bontic Vintage Etsy shop. It's also a printable that I did and that I printed, and I'm going to use that piece. I think that's gorgeous. If you're interested, please ask me, and I can add the websites for these places where you can buy digital downloadable printable thingies. That's quite a mouthful. Digital downloadable printable thingies. Collage pages. They're quite a lot. So now I can't quite decide what part of him to put down, but I think I'm going to put the top, his face, Mr. Scarecrow's face. Whoopsie. It's got stuck down, and I'll just have to cut him out as well. I really need to find my tool. I don't know where I've put it. Okie dokie, that one's cut out too, so there we've got 2 of them, both nice and autumny, and I hope that Halloween thingies are going to look nice on there. Sort of clip arts that I've done fussy cutting with. Now I've got another piece of background paper. It's just a plainish piece of paper that I quite like, that I need to glue on. My magazine's getting so sticky and mucky pluggy that I'm finding it hard to find places to glue. So I'll show that one to you when it's glued on. At least I'll hopefully get this one on straight because there's a nice corner to glue it onto. I quite like using this paper for ATCs and I've used some of this paper for postcards as well as index card size things to collage on, because I bought a whole ream of it for colouring, and I don't like it for colouring. It's got a bit of a tooth to it, and it's supposed to be good for colour pencils, but it's not my favourite for colour pencils. So I've got this whole ream of thickish, I think it's 160 GSM. I don't know what that is in pounds. And so it's nice to have a use for it. There we are, that's that one glued. As you can see, it's quite a nice sort of easy background one to put anything on. And I found my tool, yay! So happy. So that's that one, and now I want to do a fourth one still. Right, so now I need to get ready. I've got this nice kind of, it's kind of almost like a plaid or stripy lined thing, paper that I'm keen to use. And then I also like this autumn paper. So I've torn this and I'm going to the autumn one, and I'm going to glue that over the top here. I just made it a little bit more narrow. So I'm going to glue that one down quickly. Yes, love to glue, so much fun. And I'm going to use my art glitter glue here because it's all these tiny little bits at the edge sometimes don't stick, so I felt like giving my art glitter glue a chance to shine again. I do enjoy gluing, it's so much fun. And I like the kind of torn look on the papers. I feel like it makes it stay together quite well. I like the way these two look. I think they look really pretty together. And soon we can play with decorating and using some of the ephemera from the other book. So this paper is from Bridget's backgrounds book. So I've got 3 different places that I've got my background papers from. And then my final piece of cardstock, which I just want to glue, and I'm going to use again from Bridget's book. I'm using some of the plain bluish paper, and then I'm going to use something else as a torn piece on top. So I really like those. I don't know what I've got on the back of this here. Just using my tool to burnish it down and get it firmly attached. And then I've cut it out, and I'm holding you in suspense to see what the paper is. Are you dying to see? Is it a long suspense? Let's reveal. Ta-da! There we go. It's kind of a turquoisey pale blue, and I wasn't quite sure if I wanted to use the green leaves the same as I'd used the other leaves, but then I decided I'm going to go with this. I really like this kind of plaid. I'm never sure how to pronounce it. Check sort of paper as well. I think it's really cool. So I'm putting that down. I'm just going to tear it a little bit more. And Bob's your uncle, away we go. Now just to glue it. And it's ready to go down. I'm already quite sticky, so everything's sticking to my hands. I do keep my baby wipes with me. So now we've got these 4 all done, and now we're going to be able to start decorating. Favorite part. I really like this moon. All these ephemera are from Bridget's ephemera book. I'm not sure about the purple. I like that black cat. Everything gets auditioned. And we've got to see what goes with what. Not sure about the pink and the purple with these colors. But let's maybe see. So many cute images. I really like them. I spent hours fussy cutting, but I must be honest, I absolutely love fussy cutting. It's like my really relaxing place. Isn't he cute? Just love him. Just the cutest little puppy dog in his spooky Dalmatian costume. So let's see where we go. This doesn't quite fit on the ATC. I might have to cut a bit of it off. Not quite sure. But I think it's going down. We're gluing it. And let's see. Not sure if I should zoom you guys in a little bit more maybe. Got about as close as I can. And our Black Cat pumpkin image is going down. Black Cat Social Club. Every time I see Black Cat, I always think of peanut butter. We've got a brand called Black Cat Peanut Butter here in South Africa that's really popular. So I don't think about Halloween. I'm actually editing this and going to get it up. Today is Halloween, so I'm wondering what all of you guys are going to be doing, how you celebrate. We don't celebrate at all here in South Africa. It's not really a big deal. And now to try and find some words or some sort of sentiment to put up here. These ones are actually coloured with alcohol markers because I didn't have time to go down to the print shop and I've only got a black and white printer. So I bought some of these sentiments on Etsy and I just coloured them, some with colour pencil and this particular one I think with an alcohol marker. That says cast a spell. It looks a little bit skew. I hope it's not skew if still it's just going to stay there. Let's go with our cutie pie here. I like these colours together. Black and white's amazing. It just goes with everything. I think these are the first ATCs I've ever done online. I made a few before this just to see how I felt. And I'm not really used to working in this kind of small size, so I found it quite fascinating to do, and I'm quite enjoying it. It's less pressure than a great big image. Do you guys make lots of ATCs? I'm not sure. I've got this card binder thing that I'm going to be keeping them all in, so I'm quite pleased about that. Now I thought maybe he could have a little lantern hanging up here. Quite like that, even if I must cut some of it off. So I think that can go there. And we're gluing. Let's go for it. So this lantern's maybe a little bit big, but I think if I cut half of it off, it's going to be fine. Just want to burnish it down there. And then we can cut the little bit off the side. And now what shall I use for this stripy one? So many cute images to choose from. But also now I think I need a sentiment for our little doggy. All right, we've got something here, which is not really Halloweeny, but it says give thanks, and I thought that's always a nice sentiment to have, whether it's for Halloween or whenever. And I just want to cut the edge off this one quickly. I've been faffing around and looking through a whole lot of them and trying them on various places. I cut some of that off, but now I quite like Mr. Skeleton here. This little saying, which you can't see because my fingers are in the way, is bag of bones. And I thought that went quite well. Then we've got a little skeleton, bag of bones. One of my kids used to call them skellingtons. So whenever I say skeleton, I always think of Skellington. So he keeps getting callbacks for his audition. Are we going to use him or aren't we? We could maybe cut the word up halfway. I think that might work. So let's do it. Let's go for it. Just decide where. Do it that way round. No, prefer this way round. Decisions, decisions. Who would think such a little piece of paper could have so many decisions to make? And I seem to be losing my hair. Just want to make sure it's all firmly down. And we need to glue. And and he's glued down. And now we just need to put the birds on. So I've cut part of him off, and we've got bag of bones. And I think I need to cut it in half. Let's just see how far. That should be okay. Cut that off quickly and do the other half. There we go, of bones, and he's done. And now it's time to try and find something for the scarecrow. I wondered about the spider, but I don't think so. I'm not a lover of spiders. I found a number of other people that are also not. I posted a picture of a huge spider that we get in our house on Nicole from Relax Cut and Glue's Facebook group. I've actually removed the image because it upset quite a few people, and I really don't want to upset other people that have phobias as well. Just wanted to show what I meant. Don't think Nicole ever actually got to see it, but I'm giving this little spider a chance here. Thought if I glue some spider images, maybe I'll lose some of my fear. I think my husband would be very pleased if I wasn't so scared of them anymore. Poor guy's always saving me. So I like the sentiment. I thought it goes with it very well. And I can imagine that there are spider webs on scarecrows. I don't know. I've actually never been up close and personal with a scarecrow. Have you? Never seen one really close. So we're putting that there, and we're going to go at an angle for a change. Just tried inking the sides a bit so that it matches up better. And we're getting done. Spider webs. There we go. And then I just need to clean up the edges of this little guy. Snippety snip. There we are. Yeah, I've gone right off screen. There we are. We've got all 4 of them done. Give thanks, cast a spell, spider web, and bag of bones. And now I just want to round the corners and then also possibly ink the edges. And I will have made 4 ATCs. I'm so pleased. I hope you've enjoyed doing them with me. I'd love to know whether you enjoy doing them or not. Let me know. I'd love to know if you guys would like me to start a separate Facebook group for all of these gluing people, or just generally for my channel, so that you can share your watercolors or your coloring or your glue book pictures. I could do so if enough people would like it, but I won't do it if not many people are keen. So let me know in the comments. I'm so pleased I finally have a corner rounder that kind of works. I found if it's flat, it works better than if I try and hold it in my hand. It's very satisfying to crunch the thing down and get the corners off, and it does really leave a much more finished off looking thing when we're done. And I'm using my Ranger archival ink, and I'm just going to quickly ink the corners, and then we'll be done. That's awesome. And I'm not entirely sure you'd like to watch me inking, so I think I might just move to where they're all done. And like magic, we're nearly done. We're on the last one, and I'm just going to organize them so you can see the 4 that are there and see them in all their glory as they're finished. So here we are. 1, 2, 3, 4. I really hope you like them, and I really hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'd like to ask you to please leave a thumbs up and a comment. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye and happy Halloween.